Welcome to my world. This is Let's See, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. Thank you for checking me out. Let's look for that subscribe word and smash on it. And don't forget to tap on that bell so you'll be notified when I upload. Today is all about the quest for saving money from fridge waste. We're going to clean out my refrigerator together. We're going to go through it all and try to throw out as little as possible. Normally when I'm doing a cleaning project, I want to remove 5 to 10 items from the zones to get rid of stuff. But with the refrigerator, we want to get rid of less. We want to use it all and not throw away that money. When you're throwing away food, you're throwing away money. Let's get started. If you're a regular, you've seen the inside of my refrigerator and you've seen me organize it to the best of my ability many times. And it doesn't stay that way ever. It's as I say, if you organize something, you got to be diligent and you got to stay on top of it. Because if you don't, it's just going to end up a hot mess. You can see it's got a little crack down at the bottom. My landlord bought this Frigidaire new, but they don't make things like they used to. When you used to buy something, you would have it for 50, 60 years. Not anymore. On the top shelf, there's a lot of containers that you see. The sauce is going to be used Wednesday. I just put it in there. We're going to have the green containers tonight. It's our round 2 meal night. We're going to have a French dip. The bread is probably almost expired. I got to check a look at it, but it's starting to get harder green. I'm going to break it up and throw it out to the squirrel and birds. The celery, I have to open it up and cut the end off. I didn't do that yet. There's a big package of pork chops that need to go into individual bags. That'll make about 3 different meals. My youngest will not eat them. The styrofoam thing has to be eaten today, or it will have to go to waste. So I'm really trying to cut back on waste. That is my goal. I don't want to waste anything. If I have to waste more than $3, it's a sad day. And that's just money you're throwing out the door and dumping into your garbage can. So I try to look at it that way. If you're throwing out food that you're not eating or it's gone to waste, you're throwing money into the garbage can. So to help me achieve my goal of zero waste, we're going to take everything out. Take a look at everything, wipe everything out, and then put it back in an organized fashion. Hey everyone, I'm going to take care of the top shelf only first. Go shelf by shelf or zone by zone. We're going to go through all the containers, see what needs to be discarded on our quest to reduce less waste, and not throw out so much from the refrigerator because that's money you're throwing away. Shelf is cleared out, so I'm just going to wipe it with a hot soapy sponge. I buy these chopping mats at the Dollar Tree. They come in a 2-pack. I always reuse them by wiping them off. When they start smelling, that's when I discard them and replace them. You can usually find them in the kitchen section of their Dollar Tree. Now we're going to inspect all the containers and see what can be put back in the refrigerator. This will be eaten tonight. It is our leftover prime rib. This is going to be used Wednesday. I'm going to put something a little more sturdy on that so it doesn't go to waste. My neighbor's going to pick this up, so that will be kept. And these 2 things are going to be discarded. That's been in there for quite a few days, and nobody liked the soup from the Chinese restaurant. Viewers, get your calculators ready. We're going to dump this out. And I'm using a colander so you don't make a big mess in your sink. I'm going to repurpose the container. And let me know how much we're going to throw away. I am not a math student. That is how I'm going to dump everything out that needs to be dumped out. It'll save your sink in the end. This I just made recently. It is jambalaya. I'm going to put it in the freezer for one of my quick eat and eat nights when it's only me at home. And this is a dill pickle bow tie salad with tuna that I made. And it's going to go back in the refrigerator because it's still pretty fresh. I can have this tomorrow for an egg which it's in great condition. And there's 3 hot dog buns left, and we'll be putting buns on our list for hamburger and Sven hot dogs for our next shopping haul. I'm going to cut the end up from the celery and wrap it in a paper towel so it will stay fresh for 2 to 3 weeks. You can downsize in your kitchen and reduce the clutter that you have, but not be a minimalist. And I've been downsizing for 5 years now. I posted recently what my TV room and tweens room used to look like 5 years ago. Just cut the ends off here. If you have a garden, you can regrow that. My kids used to make rose prints with that. If you have little ones, dip it in paint and they can paint it. Or you can put it in a big jar and watch them regrow. It's a great science experiment with your kids. Lots of great things on Pinterest that I used to do with my children when they were little. I'm going to wrap this in paper towels. I don't use foil because foil is expensive now. And paper towels are pretty cheap. We buy in bulk or I pick them up at the Dollar Tree. Oh, the celery smells so fresh. Put your celery back in the same bag it came in if you're following along with me. Celery keeps going up in cost. It started at $1.52, it's at $1.84, and I keep a price book so I know when they go up. Very disappointed in Walmarts with certain things. They refuse to fix the elevator and escalators in the Walmarts, and it's practically become a single level instead of the bi-level that it is. This is ready for the fridge. Put back the celery, tonight's dinner, as well as my neighbors who will walk down with this dog and give Winston his sausages. That light could be hot, so be careful. My cheese I keep wrapped in wax paper. If you're new, it lasts much longer. I'm going to put it in front of the bread. This I'll use in my crock pot Wednesday. Just put it to the back a little bit. Put my syrup in. Next thing I'm going to do is take everything off the middle shelf. We're going to package the pork chops into 3 different Ziploc bags. Wipe everything out and take care of anything that needs to be discarded. Onto the second shelf and remove the eggs and all the other food. The pork chops are going to go into Ziploc bags for the freezer, but 1 pack will be out for our dinner tomorrow night. I'm going to wipe it out now. The beer you just put in, and I'm not going to wipe that side of the shelf out, but I am going to wipe out the side with the milk when we get down to the third. So if you are doing zones, that'll be 1, 2, 3. The bottom is going to wipe the front end. Then I'm going to take a look at the doors to see if they need wiping out. So 4, 5, 6. 6 zones within the refrigerator. And spend about 15 to 20 minutes per zone. And then in this case, try not to remove as much as possible like you would in a bedroom or a closet, because you want to reduce waste in the refrigerator. The eggs are going to go back into the refrigerator. So I'm going to put them in. And I rotate my stock like I would my pantry shelves. I put them all the way to the left here is where I keep them. I'm going to work my way to the right, putting stuff back. Make sure I use up these biscuits, probably with the pork chop knife. Cheese. These bins have been working pretty well to house bacon and brats and the breakfast sausage, so I've been hanging on to them. I'm going to put them to the front. This is good to the middle of July, that heavy cream. I just gotta find something to use it for. Now I have my wraps and the bow ties that my kids like to eat with. You just mix them up with a can of peas. It makes a great quick meatless meal for my child. It's looking good. I want to put the apple juice down at the bottom. And I'm going to sneak out the mozzarella cheese, because I want all the cheese together. Let's go ahead and put the lime up there. Top of the bin there. And I'm going to take the milk out at the bottom and everything in it except for the beer. We'll blank it out. We forgot all about, so that's more food wasted. Calculate that with the chicken and the egg drop soup or whatever that was from the restaurant. Put my bacon right there. Even if you organize something to your heart's content, it's not going to stay organized. So you gotta be consistent and persistent and make time to organize. Boy, that's a tall container. We're going to turn our attention back to the other counter and take a look at the containers, and we're going to transfer the Chinese food into a container. This can go into the fridge. This can go into the freezer. I'm going to be putting this into a container. That dill pickle pasta salad that I made, I'll be eating that for quick treats here and there. The spoon, I'm going to get all this out. My favorite is pork fried rice. This is veggie fried rice with lots of broccoli, my teen's favorite. We always get the lunch specials. We finally got our taxes back this year. They were very late, and we treated ourselves to Chinese food. Prime rib that we had for Father's Day, we bought 3 or 4 months ago. Bought a bunch of it on sale and cut it up into thirds, so we have 2 more meals of it for special occasions. That's not going to fit. I'm going to put some cling wrap over it. This at the Dollar Tree, this cling wrap. I'm so glad I did. You get 45 square feet to wrap your food. Dollar Tree's been bringing back larger sizes. just going to leave that lid on it. Okay, now that's nice and secure. Washed my cutting board and I got my pork chops. Just going to slit it open. One's going to stay out for our dinner on Tuesday. Tuesday's pork night in my house. We usually have like Spanish rice with it, corn on the cob if it's seasoned, broccoli or green beans, sometimes peas, and applesauce. Sometimes I do a French onion pork chop. I've done them in the crock pot. Feel free to check out my Cook With Me Players list, my Dollar Tree dinners, as well as my Clean With Me Players list. This is the first bag. And then we're going to have pork chops once a week for the next few weeks. And we'll probably do pork chops one night on vacation. These are beautiful. My husband got a great deal on them at BJ's. I'm going to use the third Ziploc bag. You could wash and reuse Ziploc bags, but I wouldn't recommend it with poultry or pork. Beef, yes. Cooked chicken, yes. No pork at all. Some kind of bread or pasta-based meal that you've had in a Ziploc bag, if you want to wash them out with soapy hot water and let them air dry, that'll be great. This is going to be rinsed off and gone to the recycle bin. And dump out that smoothie. Just move over the waste. I'd say we're about $5. The bottle will go into the recycle bag to return to the bottle plant. Keep the food catcher there. I don't even know what this is. It might have been the applesauce I made. Maybe $10 of food wasted. All you math geniuses and math people, calculate for me and comment what you think I've wasted below between the chicken pieces and that soup from the Chinese restaurant. That's very thin. So get this rinsed out and I'll be right back. To the refrigerator door. I did discard 2 slices of bacon that was not eaten. That's butter, it's good. Doesn't need to be wiped out too much. My lemon juice is good. Mayonnaise is good, so is the pickle juice. Always keep an eye on dates. Those are still good. Those are red peppers. Cocktail sauce needs to be discarded. It's old and so is the jelly. So more money we're throwing away. I have jelly on backup, so I not have to buy it, but it's still money wasted. Make sure I use all my lemon and lime juice. Dollar Tree sometimes carries 100% lemon and lime juice. I'm going to make sure I finish all my cran apple juice. Now I'm going to show you an after shot. Put the porks in the freezer and one in the fridge before I show you the after. This is getting a little out of control again, but I'll do that another time. My homemade jambalaya from the Dollar Tree. Most recent video. It was really good, not overly spicy. Because I cannot have anything hot. And this is going to go into the fridge for tomorrow night. Open it up so you can see what it looks like. All the shelves. Everything wiped out, cleaned up, and organized. All the leftovers on the top, they're going to be eaten today or picked up. Anything not eaten, still good, that we put into the freezer. Took care of the celery and the pork chops. And we probably wasted around I don't know, $15 worth of food, make sure you comment and let me know. I'm very curious. I'll show you a door shot. There is another glimpse of what is being wasted. The cocktail sauce, the grape jelly, and the food from the containers that have been there for a few days. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and watching me all the way to the end. The refrigerator is clean and organized. We did waste some food, and I'm anxious to find out what you guys think I wasted in total amount, so I can make myself more diligent for future cleanouts and get to that zero waste balance. When you're doing zones in a refrigerator, it's best not to get rid of 5 to 10 items, unlike a regular zone for a closet, a bedroom, or a TV room. There you want to downsize on, but your refrigerator, you want to prevent waste. So make sure when you're eating your food, you go to the perishable foods first, then your pantry shelves as well as your freezer stock. And when you're meal planning, meal plan with all. Do your pantry shelves first before you go to the store. Write down everything you have, make meals with them. Use Google for meal ideas as well as Pinterest. There are 100,000 endless ideas to come up with great dinners from stuff you have on hand already. You're going to be saving money on gas, and you're going to be saving money on food, hundreds. When we get to 1,600, we're going to issue out 2 $10 Dollar Tree gift cards. We're looking for 25 people to give out one 5-items prize pack from the Dollar Tree valued at $6.25. I have some prize packs that just went out in the mail. So Dana, as well as Brandy, let me know when you get them, please. And the people who won the previous gift cards, please let me know when you receive them in the mail. You need to be a U.S. resident. You need to be subscribed. If you're new, you need to comment. Let me know that you're new in order to qualify, because we give out 2 of the gift cards, $10 from the Dollar Tree. You need to be a U.S. resident. If you've won in the past 6 days, you are not qualified. You have to wait out 60 days. If you don't answer me within 2 days, you'll be disqualified and another name will be drawn. If something happened or why you couldn't contact me, email me at countryboots1260@yahoo.com. Thank you for watching.